Rhodope Mountains, southern Bulgaria. Covering 15,000 square kilometers, this ancient forest is one of the last great wildernesses in Europe. Kiwi hunter Josh James and British chef Matt Tebbutt have asked to be dropped deep in these mountains.
All right, here we go.
Where they'll attempt to survive alone for the next 7 days.
Pretty excited about this location. There is the threat of bears and wolves. I reckon we'll be right. I can run faster than he can.
Hey, this place is amazing. We're just miles and miles from anywhere. Look at it.
Their goal is to make world-class food out of what they can find in this wilderness.
I'm really gambling on the fact that this forest is going to offer us so much. This should be a real forager's paradise.
The mountains offer forager Matt dozens of wild herbs, mushrooms, and edible plants. For hunter Josh, they're home to wild boar, deer, and mountain goats. With the chopper gone, they're on their own.
Wow, look at this place. Kind of almost like royal hunting ground.
To really test themselves, they've brought only basic kit.
Got my 55-pound longbow, knife, another knife, bunch of arrows.
In here, I've got a poncho in case it gets wet. This is the most important part of the kit. This is my Dutch oven.
It's a lot steeper than I thought it was going to be. It is going to be pretty challenging to get onto these animals up here. It's big country.
I know, but it's fantastic looking, isn't it?
No, I reckon this is going to be a lot more challenging than we thought it was going to be.
These valleys are steep and treacherous, but Josh and Matt must find somewhere to shelter near to a source of fresh water. With no map or compass, it's down to Josh to find a place to camp.
So is that where we want to head? Down to the river?
No, I don't think so. We definitely don't want to be going down that valley, I'd say. I reckon we stay up high in these alpine basins just to avoid all the steep rocky crap.
Wow, that's pretty bloody sheer, isn't it?
One of these basins will have a creek.
Almost 1,000 feet below them is a river, but Josh believes the descent is too steep. Up the valley is a gully where he hopes they'll find a creek for drinking water.
It's getting on the day now. I would have liked to have reached the campsite by now. We can see some thunderheads up above us. Mark my words, we will get wet.
Thunderstorms are common in the Rhodope Mountains at this time of year.
It's probably a pretty good idea to stock up on some tinder so that we don't have any problems lighting a fire later on. Why don't you grab a bunch of this old man's beard stuff?
Old man's what?
Old man's beard. Okay. It's just moss that's growing from the tree. And I'll get some of the seed heads.
Looks a bit like Josh's beard. Gnarly.
We're just going to keep pushing around the edge of the hill. And hopefully, when we get to the meadow over yonder, there'll be a creek running right down the middle of it.
Quite exposed there, isn't it?
No water either. It's no good to us.
Right. Go on, Sherlock. Which way?
It's raining down that end of the valley. Let's go.
With rain approaching and temperatures plummeting, Josh decides to risk the steep descent towards the river, despite scree slopes and sheer cliffs.
One of us falls here and breaks something. That's that done, isn't it?
It's going to start hammering down pretty soon.
Getting caught in the rain now could cause a dangerous loss of body heat.
Found some water, bro.
Fantastic.
Bonus. Yeah, let's find a flat place and smack a camp up real quick, eh? This is as good as we're going to get. Get our ponchos on the ground and then we'll whack a quick A-frame up. You just hear a wolf howl. Did you hear that? We need to smack this up pretty quick, mate.
now this whole sort of place is sort of closing in. It was all nice and wide and open and inviting and exciting earlier. Now, the whole sort of atmosphere is that much more sort of oppressive. Okay, so here comes the rain, which is not what we want on day one at all.
You get under there and I'll fix it. Matt.
If this doesn't lift, probably won't be able to light a fire. It's going to be a very, very long, cold and probably miserable night.
While Matt shelters under his poncho, Josh builds a lean-to camp using beech and spruce branches.
Matt's a little bit below the weather at the moment. He's not used to camping in the rain. Me, on the other hand, I don't mind a spot of camping in the rain.
It's just been raining and raining and raining, and it just puts a lot of kind of big dampener on your mood. It doesn't look like it's going to let up either. I mean, this rain could be a real hindrance. I suspect animals don't wander around too much in the rain either, so he might be coming unstuck there.
Quite a bit of work that goes into one of these. What I'm doing now is I'm collecting dead wood that's still standing, that's still on the tree, as it's going to be dry, and we'll light a nice fire. And that might cheer up Matthew.
After 2 hours of heavy rain, the storm passes and there's a break in the clouds.
Okay, so I think the rain's almost stopped. I'm going to head down to the river there and I'll go and get some water. And then maybe something that we can flavour it with. I'm looking at these young beech leaves here. We can even use those. What we're not sure here is water. Josh has knocked up a really, really good looking shelter.
So it was a good thing we collected this dry tinder earlier on in the day, and it's really good for starting fires. We're away.
Maybe I'll have a crack. Make some beech leaf tea. This would start warming us up a bit.
Good. Boiling will purify the water, and the beech leaves are a great source of vitamins.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I do believe you just took the water all over the fire. Smooth, bro.
That's better.
It's cranking.
That's nice. I'm glad it's not raining anymore. That would have been rubbish.
Would have been stink.
Stinking. That was pretty miserable there. I'm all right now. That's nice. It's a bit of flavour in there.
This is the life. Actually, this isn't the life because we don't have any food.
And when's the best time to hunt?
Change of light.
Why? So go out and feed?
Yeah, most of them. I might climb up to that rocky outcrop if I can see any animals coming out just on dark. And
fingers crossed, man.
Josh is used to hunting the animals of New Zealand's South Island. Here, he's hoping to find deer and a type of mountain goat called chamois.
well, we haven't quite got to the top of the hill. The thunder's kicked off and it looks like it's about to hammer down again. So I think I'm just going to hightail it back to camp while I still can.
The heavy rain will drive the animals into hiding.
There's deer here, right there. So the little are here. Well, they're not actually here. They were here, now they've gone. Without a doubt, we're not going to get any game tonight.
It's just the weather that looks like it could cause us a few problems and get under our skin, as it were. But I can hear thunder again now.